Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Roxy Global, and thank you for tuning in for episode 1 of my Dream Beyond Dreams podcast. It's Money Talk Mondays, and we are going to teach you how to live like a boss. So no matter if you're watching live or if you're streaming whenever, make sure you like, comment, and share with somebody who you think can benefit from this conversation. So before we get started, I want to let y'all know that I know everybody that's guest appearing today personally and professionally, and I consider them to be a thorough certified boss. I consider them to be a thorough certified boss in their field. So without further ado, allow me to introduce you to Prince Carter.
What's up, y'all?
Street Money Realty, and Kevin Eugene from Real Resolutions Tax Preparation. We also had Candace Payne, who cannot show up today from Greystone Mortgage due to an unexpected emergency, but we're going to push through regardless. We still got Prince that can talk about some different funding, so we got a good team. We ready to go.
Let's go.
All right. Anyway, Prince, how does it feel being that boss that when you walk into the room, your energy demands either respect or intimidation?
First, humbly, I want to say it actually feel damn good, you know? However, it's a tight position to be in. It honestly is a tight position to be in. Pretty cool position when you look at it from the outside in. Mm-hmm. But shit get tough, personally.
Right. Just
overall. And you have to stay level-headed. That's the thing. You have to stay level-headed. You have to stay on the float. Mm-hmm. Because you can be the biggest person walking in the room. And sometimes you can come off intimidating to other people.
Right.
Or people can be afraid to
kind of approach you. Right.
And I'm super approachable when I walk in the room. I don't like considering myself a boss. Like, if you know, you know.
What?
But if you don't, I like to fit in, to make people comfortable, to keep everybody. You know, I don't never want to put someone in a situation where they're scared to approach me.
Right. You're definitely approachable. Yeah. Again, like I said, your energy and your presence, it's going to be seen and heard regardless if you don't say a word.
Yeah.
Which is good. And like you said, you may have the weight of the world on your shoulders. You never know what a person's going through. But when you walk through, you'll never know.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, okay, in terms of real estate, how long should a buyer wait to get a pre-approval for new construction?
There's no time, and I don't think no one should wait. You know, I know a lot of people, they say, I want to wait till the market crash. It's not going to crash.
It's never going to happen.
It's not a crashing, like, balloon out there that said, hey, we about to fucking crash in a couple hours or a couple days or time. The time is always now to buy, build. And especially with new construction, if you are the builder or the investor, it's always a great time to build.
Right.
And then you're going to always find a buyer. There's people out here like myself. I don't want a house that someone have stayed in, because I'd be thinking people left a spirit in their house or something around there. You turn around and, you know, you never know. That's just me personally. Even when I was living in apartments, I wanted something new. I had to have it new. No one lived in there because, you don't know, if someone was a married couple was in there, like, having an argument, and then that spirit, you start hearing a little noise, like,
I'm the same way when it comes to hotels, to be honest. Like, it's something about hotels that just always, you never know, somebody got killed in here, they've been doing drugs in here, like, you don't know. So I get that same era, like that same feeling.
It's always a good time to get into new construction. Real estate is one of the most best positions to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I'm working on a development myself.
Okay.
On Southwest Atlanta, and I'm the investor and, you know, the builder, investor on the project, and I have fun with real estate. It's just.
Let me ask you this: what is equity, and how is it valuable to buyers and sellers?
Equity is when you purchase a piece of property at a low enough rate where, say, for instance, the property is $200,000. If you get that property at $150,000, you just came in with 50% of equity.
Right.
So, which is very important in real estate, especially if you on the investment side, where I came in at. I came in from like the hard money investment side, and it was my duty to try to talk a seller into giving me a deal on this house. Yeah. So that when I went and did my work, I wanted to kind of be at least going in this deal with some type of equity.
Right.
And I teach that too in my course. So,
I had to ask, being a member of Street Money Team Realty, I want to know, can you explain to people what this guaranteed buyers in minutes is all about? Because, that's what we market. That's what we sell.
Right.
Tell them a little bit, not too much.
right. They got to take the course for the full episode. So, guaranteed offers in real estate is something that Street Money offers. So when a client say, hey, I want to sell my house, or I want to sell my house and buy another house, if they know what other house that they're buying, we would buy that house for them, allow them time to, and sell the old house for them as well. And we'll offer them a guarantee offer. It's just like any other guarantee offer company out here. And there's few, and we're one of them. So we're able to give you a guarantee offer on your home, and we'll let you see the offer and see would you like to accept the offer. And it works, especially with Street Money.
Exactly.
We have a lot of competition out there with Street Money Realty. And being that we are the urban type of team, we have, we sell anything from low-end real estate to high-end, multi-million, hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate. However, we have a niche because what we are, the only real estate team base, not a brokerage team that's able to offer a guarantee offer to a seller and help them move to their new home and purchase that home for them.
Correct.
And nobody is really, no other team is really doing that. I mean,
they're not touching
it's kind of hard to be us,
But they trying. They're trying, darling. So let me ask you this. Now it's going to get a little bit messy. I'm going to give you a disclaimer. In your opinion, who's the who's who in real estate right now?
I think Street Money is the who's who right now.
Say less.
Street Money is the who in real estate right now. And a lot of time people will be like, okay, well, y'all new to the area.
Right.
We came here from Beverly Hills and we're here to stay. And unfortunately, Street Money, we a market. We know how to market. We have a niche. We educate. We teaches people certain things that they would not learn at their own brokerage. Okay. For as, how to structure deals, how to approach a client, how to make that client feel like they're home. And what I learned that from the CEO of the company, I grew up a Disney World kid. Right. Okay. I grew up going to Disney World 2 times each summer. And every time I would go to Disney World as a kid, I would be so appreciative of how Mr. Disney built that company.
Correct.
And I said, one day I want to run a company just like Disney. And people were like, what you want to do that Disney do? I said, I like their ethics because I've been to Disney World, different locations around the world, and I have never seen an angry Mickey Mouse. I have never seen an angry Minnie Mouse.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. Who was that we just watched?
It is about the culture. It really is about the culture in Disney World. It's the brand. The brand that they have is consistency.
But didn't Chris Rock just say that he smoked weed with Mickey Mouse and got a lap dance from Minnie Mouse?
Look,
I don't recall that.
I think Chris Rock probably still suffered a concussion.
He definitely said.
I don't think he had really a true dance for Minnie.
Listen, he said Minnie Mouse gave him a lap dance. I was too outdone.
But you know what? Disney World has that feature of you're never going to... Those are humans.
Right.
We're all humans.
Correct.
So they're dressed in costumes to make sure you have a great experience.
Right.
No matter how you feel, no matter what you're going through. And you have to take in consideration that they are going through stuff up under those uniforms them damn selves.
Exactly.
But they never show that to you. It's not like when you go to McDonald's, ice cream machine down. You
get a whole attitude.
Yeah, you go to Disney World, Mickey Mouse jumping up. Mickey Mouse probably about to get evicted up under that cartoon, but he's still, hey, how you doing? Type of thing. And that's the type of business that Street Money is. We give a standing ovation. We treat people like beyond amazing. No one is going to tell you I went to Street Money and I had a bad situation or the agent was rude to me.
Correct.
Or mean to me, because that's not what we do. And if we put people first, we put clients first, and we built our brand off going far and beyond.
Above
like Will
and
Fargo.
Beyond. Exactly.
We'll go far.
So Kevin,
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about how you're able to handle working in corporate America, as well as having 10 years of experience being a certified, thorough tax preparer and handling the high demands of both realms, because both of them have their own set of issues. You deal with people who want their money tomorrow, they just filed today. Then you also have corporate America down your back every day. So it's like, how do you juggle the both?
Work-life balance is huge for me. And even working actual job, the important thing is having that balance. A lot of times you work for corporations and certain businesses, they will ask you to defer your dream, defer your motivation, your goals.
Put your goals on the back burner.
To elevate theirs. Mm-hmm. And it's not a bad thing because they offer benefits. They offer all these other, benefits that you have for working there. There's security. Mm-hmm. There's health insurance. There is all these other things that you have, but never defer your dreams too long to it's the point where you don't have time to fulfill what's truly happy to you. So for me, doing taxes is a passion of mine. It wasn't initially a passion. I learned it because I was sick and tired of paying somebody so much money. I know it sounds weird, but I was sick and tired of paying somebody.
No, you want to cut out the middleman. I get it.
I wanted to learn what is about this, this field that I had no idea about.
Right.
A lot of people pay for their taxes for, let's just say, for convenience, because a lot of the stuff they can do themselves.
Right.
But maybe you might want someone who's professionally trained on how to do your taxes, or just the convenience aspect of it. So,
and plus to avoid those audits, because those audits hit different, baby.
They do. Especially if you're, claiming 7 kids that are not yours. But
right, exactly. So that leads me to my first question. So say someone did their taxes last year and got audited. Should they file their taxes again this year, or do you think they'll run the same chances of getting audited?
Of course you should file your taxes. Every year you should be filing your taxes. The reason being is because it's like taking attendance. Mm-hmm. You're saying, hey, to the government, I'm here. I'm still in existence. I'm not,
right
on a street corner selling whatever you might be selling.
Right.
I'm here. Right. I'm present. So it's important to do that because, again, all these things tie in as far as becoming together, talking about, street money, and we're talking about doing, real estate investments, everything. It comes to going to school.
Right.
They're all connected. Your taxes is the basis of all of that because in order for you to get a loan, you have to
pay taxes. Yeah, but how do you go about not getting that audited again, or would that be automatic since you got audited last time?
Well, there's different cases as far as the likelihood of it. But it depends on what the level of that audit is. If you resolve the issue, you can still file.
Right.
Definitely suggest filing.
Okay.
Audit suggests sometimes checks, and a lot of people get scared of that word audit. It's not. An audit could be something just as far as verifying an ID.
Okay.
Might consider an audit. So audit is just the system itself, just running different checks and balances.
Okay. So as you know, we all live in Atlanta, and the entertainment business industry in Atlanta is big. Seriously. So how do a person that's a single mother that's working in the entertainment industry, how do they file, or should they file?
Of course they should file.
How should they file? Can they still file self-employed, or how do they, go about
you can file
filing?
Self-employed. A lot of the issues I think a lot of people run into, especially in the nightlife industry, is managing how they use their income. Are you getting paid a 1099? Are you getting paid a W-2?
Right.
These things matter. A 1099, which is a non-employee compensation, most likely, shows that the money that someone else gave you as far as for services you provided, most of the times it's not taxed.
Okay.
But you should still file that because the person who's actually giving you that 1099 has said to the government
that I'm paying them.
I have paid this individual X amount of money for their services. So they're actually writing it off on their taxes. So you are actually then responsible for it.
You're going to be liable regardless.
If you're a working mom and you have a child that's under 18, there are benefits, obviously, as far as credits.
For filing
your child, which is supposed to help, with, raising and getting that child set up for different things in life. So it's very important.
So let me ask you this, disclaimer, might get a little messy, but in your opinion, do you feel like some people are suffering this year that's filing our taxes because of all the PPP money that went out and the government is a little teed off with us?
So as a tax preparer, service member, this industry, I would tell you, no.
Okay.
Is it realistic? No, it's not. It's not necessarily that. It's not necessarily PPPs. Throughout the pandemic, the government gave out a lot of money. There was a lot of money used to stimulate the economy. There was a lot of money to help people that were in need.
Right.
And just like anything else, it's a bank. So banks don't make money by
giving out free money.
Giving out money. They make, unless they're getting it back in interest, they're getting back in certain things. So
because it's like a lot of tax credits that we had last year or previously that we don't have anymore. And from, little birdie told me that the IRS is a little ticked off with America because, the PPP went crazy.
No, PPP, I don't think that was too much of an issue itself. Okay. It's more the stimulus.
What? That's not the same? No, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, the PPP was for small business owners.
Well, I meant all of that. The PPP, the stimulus, the unemployment, all that went kind of, it went haywire.
That's all money given out that it's circulating to stimulate the economy.
So we're suffering now.
Some of the money went to, places that it helped, and some of them went to Lamborghini. So,
But so regardless, we're all suffering this year, though.
It's not necessarily suffering. It's just the government has to have certain controls.
So the government
incentives. Some of the incentives may have been reduced.
Correct.
But there's a lot of changes in tax laws. That's what's important to be up to date as far as the tax laws for each year, because these things change. They change by administration. They change by year. They change by different ways of how to do things. Different legislation that may be passed changes what you will have as far as tax laws. Nice. And there's certain memorandums that's in place that are set to expire or set to start at a particular time. So there's some things that are already in place prior to you even knowing that 3 years ahead before.
Okay, so next question is, how do you feel as I would consider you to be established, you have 10 years of experience. How do you feel about these new pop-up tax preparers that, they may have OnlyFans and then they tax preparers, or they may be, they pop-ups. They just out of nowhere. They just pop up out of nowhere. Everybody and their mama doing taxes. So how do you feel about that?
It's like going to
I didn't know it was going to get messy.
I told you. I gave you a disclaimer. It's going to get a little messy. Okay. So what's your thoughts on these pop-ups?
Because my brand is my brand, and my brand is what it is because I don't need to down anyone else as far as that.
Okay, stop playing it safe. Tell me how you really feel.
My brand is my brand. I provide a service that is different, and that's all that matters. As far as people having the ability to open up shops and...
But okay, so June just told me they can get me $20,000 on my tax return, and I can get it by tomorrow.
Okay. And that's fair. You have the option. That's your freedom to make a choice.
Right.
That is your freedom to make a choice.
So
that's always been scary though, because I've been seeing it a lot where people will post on Instagram say, "Hey, they do taxes or they got a tax company," but as you said, every year laws change.
And that tax business is serious.
If you don't know the laws and you just saying, "Hey, you're doing taxes," you just going on what you know in your head or think
and
you know.
And they just, like I said, they just popping up. So they haven't studied the laws. They don't know all that stuff. So I was just wondering how you felt about it.
What's backdoor doctors. In Miami, the backdoor doctors would be with the girls who go to the back door and get the injections in the butt plant. And then the ass turn blue and they like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's similar to that. Again, this is not something that's an overnight thing. It takes time. It takes understanding what you have. There's a lot of there are a lot of things within your taxes that you can actually use to benefit you as far as saving money.
Right.
Someone inputting or someone considered like a tax preparer, they can input what you have on your W-2. They can input what you have on your 1099. But are they asking the right questions? Are they asking qualifying questions to allow you to get the best solution?
Right.
So are they taking a deep dive into what you have going on? There's a lot of things that people may not say because you're not asking qualifying questions. When I used to work in sales for many years prior to that, the major thing was, in order to close a deal, you have to ask qualifying questions.
Correct. So for both of y'all, considering, it's tax season, people get money. How often do you see people either, one, invest into, rental properties, Airbnbs, quick flips, fix and flips, or you see them basically just blow it in 2 weeks? Which one of y'all? What do you think?
I don't know. Everybody that I'm connected to, my circle is very, I would say, we're very tight, right? So out of my circle, I don't see people go blow their checks in the mall. Like my people, or they tax returns or however. The people that I know and I'm associated with, they're more of an investors type of something.
I got you. So they have a different mindset.
If they get $3,000, they'll call me like, "Hey Prince, what can I do in real estate to invest into a real estate deal?"
Project, right.
And me personally, I would say, hey, you would need more than $3,000. However, you can partner with someone,
right? Or
if you know a group of individuals, that have got a tax return,
right?
Or if it was a college refund, because that's how I started in college,
right?
Come together as a whole, put y'all money together, and then go buy an investment property.
Makes sense.
But as far as people running to the mall with their tax return, buying products, wigs.
What about you?
I don't know that.
They say there's like 2 Christmas, right? There is the Christmas, right, in December, and there's the Christmas, right, in between February, March, which is the tax
season. Yeah.
In retail, that's one of the biggest times as far as sales.
Besides Christmas, correct.
Besides Christmas, right around that season, that's where people literally take their money and spend it because, again, it's all about having that financial responsibility, and it's hard, or financial discipline, I should say. It's very hard.
I lack thereof.
It's very hard, and it is your money.
Right, you can do what you want to do. Right,
it is your money. It's your money over the course of.
You've earned it. Yeah. So let me ask y'all this: based on your personal opinions, do you think that people can actually become millionaires working a 9-to-5?
I think so. People can become a millionaire working 9-to-5. It all depends on what 9-to-5 that you're working, if you get what I'm saying. I started off at McDonald's, working 9-to-5s, and I kept on seeing the franchise owner coming to the McDonald's, and I would say, "Hey, I got to have a conversation with her next time she comes." And she's one of the meanest people I know in business, but I love mean people. So I was the only one that would talk to her, and then if I knew she was coming, I would bring little gifts because I wanted to sit down with this franchise owner while working at her franchise and say, "Hey, how did you get this McDonald's?" And I was able to come together and invest into a McDonald's by her educating me, telling me what I needed to do. And I said, "Okay, cool. I got this amount of money. Here we go." And it ended up calculating when I was in college, and to the point where I was able to get financially ground and help other individuals in my family. And I still worked at the McDonald's in the drive-thru, like, "Hey, how you doing? Do you want to come around?" So it depends on where your mind at for me.
What about you?
9-to-5s are great because it can be great learning tools. As you mentioned before, it gave him certain disciplines in order to follow your dreams. So I would never down a 9-to-5 because a lot of my skill sets, a lot of my discipline came from working 9-to-5, teaching you the ins and outs of business. Schooling is great, but having that actual foot on the ground, experience is also different too.
Now we're not talking experience, y'all. We're talking about can you financially fund becoming a millionaire working a 9 to 5.
So working for someone else.
Exactly.
I've seen it happen.
Okay. You?
I have not. But that's, neither here nor there.
Right, no.
Maybe a different industry.
Yeah.
No,
when I consider a 9 to 5, I consider a 9 to 5 as a job that has a set structure.
Right.
These are your times. You're working for XYZ. You have a manager. You have a leadership.
Right.
Or unless you're moving up that ladder in itself, it's pretty hard to become a millionaire.
Okay, so... Oh, go ahead.
I see it a lot, and I'm going to tell you how I see it. Of course, I teach people one-on-one how to flip houses, how to get started into the real estate industry. A lot of my clients that comes and take my course, they're 9 to 5s or either corporate America.
Oh, right.
So
so maybe we have this mistaken. Maybe you're thinking, I don't know if the question is correct. Are you working are you making the money from working the 9 to 5, or are you using that 9 to 5 to fund your
either way. Either way.
Oh, so
either
then
way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Either way.
Okay.
So they'll come in.
That's what he was saying, basically.
They'll come in to me and be like, hey, I want to get in real estate, not knowing nothing about real estate. Don't even know what, how to go about anything. And I would show them step like A through Z what to do.
Right.
And they would come and someone would come and say, flip a house, be the broker, get them the funding they need.
Right.
And I got one client right now, he bought 4 houses with me within the last 2 months, 60 days.
Nice.
My contractor came in, my GC came in and did all the work on the project. Where we just listed 3 of them today. One he bought for $250. We just put it on coming soon for $610,000. And he got 3 of those deals around about the same price.
Right.
Yeah.
So he just made in business profit over $1 million in sales, and probably $500,000 once he, finished. And he come from corporate America, right. 9 to 5, probably 9 to 10s.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you all believe in the 1/10 rule, meaning you don't spend more than 10% of your income on large purchases?
Ooh, that's hard.
I know. Do you believe in it? Yes or no? It doesn't matter.
I don't. I don't.
So y'all just...
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So what do you advise somebody to be successful working a 9 to 5 but still pursue their dream? You see what I mean?
I would say work hard and play damn harder.
Okay.
Because you're never going to get to, like me, I love to shop. Like, I love Balenciaga down like, to the ground. So if I go into, I may say, hey, I want these $2,500 boots.
So that's why you can't do 10%.
I can't do 10% because I'm already walking in the door over the 10. However, I make myself feel good about that, I say, I want to go into Balenciaga and spend $10,000 on a just in a store on that particular day. Right. I will put something in place, a structure, a real estate deal, so I could be able to afford that.
So let me ask you this. This is kind of off topic, same topic, but not one of my questions. So what do you feel about somebody that's using their credit card to make personal purchases? Are you getting a actual loan to make personal purchases?
Crazy.
You see what I mean? Versus using your cash or using what you have funds available, they take out a loan and go buy shoes to pay out their credit card bills or buy purses or whatever the case may be.
Now, I think that's crazy if you spend it like that and don't have a point of return.
Right.
It's almost like meeting a sugar daddy and getting a one-way ticket to where they at and you don't even know this person.
Exactly. Right? Not smart.
That's not a smart move. So it's like, that's poor planning.
Okay, so back on topic. I just want to know, because we were talking about purchases and I just thought about that because I see people sometimes through the funding, people actually get loans and supposed to be using for business and investments, but they're using it to buy, clothes, shoes, and pay out their credit card bills. I feel like that's really, backwards hustling in my opinion.
But a lot of people did that with the PPP monies.
Correct.
When y'all was like when you qualify for a certain amount of money, you go buy cars, you go buy all this stuff.
Depreciating
and I never understood that because you get the funds and supposed to use them for business.
Right.
So you put those funds back into your business and just grow your business and pay yourself a salary where you can be able to
afford those things.
What you
right.
do. Like you can't mix business with personal.
It's back again with financial discipline.
Correct.
Financial discipline is huge, and I was sometimes a victim of like the high end spending, and I loved it one time. I was young at one time. I was dumb. They say you were always
young and dumb.
Young and dumb.
Right.
So I learned a lot of it. It's like if the feeling of euphoria when you actually make that purchase lasts longer than a week, then it may be worth the buy. Meaning that new present feel, it's amazing. You get something new, you like it, you enjoy it. A week later, you wear it. A week later,
throwing it back in the closet.
That's no longer something that fades. So unless you're buying something that's something that's long lasting, you're investing in something that's long lasting, I say go for it. But if it's not, it's a waste of money.
Right.
Because you're buying something that it fades. All of it fades.
Correct.
It all does. I get a brand new shirt, brand new car, that fades. That car's no. You agree with the loan. All right, I'll agree to pay $800 a month. It sounds really good because I have this new BMW.
Correct.
Yeah.
Call me again 10 months later. If you're still paying that $800 a month on that BMW, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I got to pay this $800 again. When you're at the dealer, here you go. Quick,
exactly.
Here you go, take it all. Take my down payment, everything, you know?
Yep.
Because it's that new euphoric feeling that you get because it's new to you.
It's new to you.
Yeah.
So, question. A lot of people want to know, and I get asked this all the time, how do you access OPM, other people's money, to invest in your own projects, whether it's real estate, investment properties, Airbnbs, whatever, without going into your pocket and your funds to start your project?
That's more for you.
You're the funding king.
So
Come on.
I specialize in doing that.
Right.
I made my first $1 million without using my own funds.
Exactly.
And then when I did it, I said, hey, I want to do it again. 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 But you got to have like financial discipline.
Right.
Because, and I teach this in my course, right? So you can literally just say, for instance, you want to buy an apartment complex, right? So I say, hey, all three of us, we're going to come together and buy an apartment complex.
Right.
This is what we need for the loan down payment. Right. So it's three of us. Let me give y'all a little tip. I don't normally give out this jewel.
Give him a little sauce. Give him a little sauce.
So if I tell them, like, smart way to get, this is when you're at the bottom. I'm saying starting out for nothing. If you structure the deal, I consider that putting in an investment for your time. So if it's $300,000, I'm gonna say, hey y'all, I need $300,000 to go invest into this deal.
Right.
So I split it between actually two people, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Between y'all, and I'm coming in with not using none of my money.
Exactly.
Using y'all money to invest in the deal. However, when you put that money into this deal, your returns is bananas. No one is going to pay you, especially I'm very generous. I love to be generous. That just, for me and my business, being generous, it gets me more investors.
Yeah.
So my investors sometimes make more than me. I take care of them on returns because that gets them excited because no one else is doing that. Everybody else wants to get a lot for nothing and take. So I give. And if I'm making just 10%, you gotta understand, I'm clearing a couple million just taking the crumbs.
Right.
And my investors who putting in this money, they're happy, they winning. They done got family members coming back and say, hey, this is my family member, he's going to the lead. Or they done got friends and they coming back and I'm doing it over and over again. And I'm still taking crumbs at the bottom. And them crumbs at the bottom for me, with no kids, no nothing, just me, my mom, and my brothers and sisters to take care of. It's okay with me.
Right.
It allowed me to be financially stable, and then seeing them win is the most important thing, and I haven't used none of my money.
Exactly.
That's what's up. Profit is profit. Whether it be $1 or whether it be not.
Yeah.
Right.
100,000.
It's profit. A win is a win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when you funding deals is all about knowing how to structure the deal.
Correct.
You don't have to be a millionaire already to fund a deal.
Right.
You don't have to, if you structure that deal and you be very transparent and you show the investors, hey, this is what we're buying. Mm-hmm. This is what we're projected to make.
Yeah.
Now, on the opposite side, people always tell investors the good things. I tell them, hey, this is what we're buying. Mm-hmm. This is what we're projected to make. However, I cannot control if the market drop, which I don't see dropping, or any kind of like catastrophe with in the real estate world of, or
there's risk regardless.
Yeah, there's risk regardless. Yeah. However, that's why I'm very generous on my investors' returns because they see more than I see. Yeah. But with the little amount of that I see, I'm content.
Right.
I'm comfortable. And I would not be in this position without my investors.
Right.
And my job is when they say, hey, I'm going to come. I got investors that say, hey, I got a 6-year-old son. Right? He called me and said, I got a 6-year-old son. I want to go in and bring him on a deal. 6 years old. He's building a career. Generational wealth for his kids. Yep. He flew in from South Africa. He came in. He said, hey, I see what you're doing. I want to be a part of it. And I want my 6-year-old to be a part of it.
Right.
And this 6-year-old is like one of the smartest 6-year-olds I ever seen in my life.
That's like Beyonce with her daughter.
And now he's got a real estate portfolio at 16 versus some people that's 40, 50 years old.
Exactly.
And he's side by side with his dad on every deal paperwork. And it makes me feel good to be able to know that, hey, help him secure life for his child.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's what I was saying. Like, Beyonce did that with her daughter. That big concert she did overseas, she put Blue Ivy on the payroll. Yeah, you have to set up that generational wealth. So, let me ask y'all this. We kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but what do you all think the most purchased item is that people make to cause them to stay broke or go broke?
Most purchased item?
Mm-hmm. That they can do without. But it's causing them to either go broke or stay broke.
I would say sex.
Whoa! I was not
people spend money on sex. Like OnlyFans. If you got OnlyFans account and you got 30 people, everybody charge you $20.
Yeah.
You got 30 people.
I was gonna say weed, but okay.
I was definitely not.
I was gonna say,
listen.
Drug use.
I mean, but you both have a point. You both have very valid points.
I mean,
when they go hand in hand, sex and drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you do one, you're going to want the other one.
If you're spending on both, then you're definitely going to
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so, all right. I wasn't ready for that one. So what do you all think about Kim and Corey losing their multi-million-dollar mansion? You might not know what we're talking about, but I know you know what I'm talking about.
Kim and Corey, shout out to them. I love them, first and foremost. But what I like about it, even though that they was facing the foreclosure deal, because foreclosure not always a bad thing.
Right.
They was facing the foreclosure deal, and they was able to get it taken care of. So, when it comes down to them doing that, I give our shout out to them because at the end of the day, we go through a lot of stuff, and it's all about. Things happen, but you got to have a plan.
Of course.
You got to have if you just say, hey, complaining with no solution,
exactly,
then you in a situation where
it's a bottomless pit.
It's at the bottom. But I think when it came to them, I think they're very smart individuals. They didn't get millions of dollars by being dummies.
Right. But that's what we were talking about earlier about, financial discipline and mismanaging funds and stuff like that.
Adversity is adversity no matter what. So sometimes you can plan for the rain, but sometimes you just don't know when.
Yeah.
So people go through things as how you handle those situations which is important.
Exactly.
Because I had people, I know some people that does foreclosures that they call me the floor clothes reaper. Okay. Right? Because I
love man.
The repo man.
the real estate repo man.
The real estate repo man, floor closure poppy, right?
Listen.
I don't even know where this is going.
So no, I was gonna ask you about that. Have you dealt with personally? I know the answer to this, but let the people know have you ever dealt with, or how often do you deal with? Stop kicking me, Kevin. Stop kicking me, Kevin. People that mismanage their funds or don't have financial discipline. And yes, you do have to become that guy.
Yeah, I don't like being a repo with property. You gotta understand me, I'm an investor, right? So if I loan you a loan,
right,
or if my funds, because even with hard money, people think hard money, they are a bank, but these are individuals like us that come together and put our funds to fund your deal.
Right.
So we're the first lien holder on that deal because we took our funds to invest into your property.
We took the risk. Right.
So we took the risk. So we want to make sure that you hold yourself accountable and take care of your notes, make your payments.
Of
course. Try to at least 98% of the time. However, like with rehab, we offer a rehab budget with our funds. So you say, "Hey, I'm gonna flip a house." We're gonna come up with the funds to give you the funds to buy the house, and we're gonna give you a rehab budget for the house, right? So if you in there, and it's gonna be based off of draws. So if you go start work on the work and we release the funds to you, and your funds you're supposed to take those funds to put it back into the house. And if you take those funds and go to the club or party or whatever you do, then when it's times to pay your mortgage, you don't have those funds. It's not just your funds, it's our funds that we invested for this deal, which we're considered the bank.
Right.
So we have to come back and take the property because guess what? The investor's not going to take the loss because you mismanaging your funds. We have to take it. And then Georgia, in the state of Georgia is very lenient with foreclosure, especially like when you're dealing with hard money.
Right.
Hard money private banks, they make the rules. You sign the name for the loan, you're going to follow them.
Exactly.
They're not regulated to a certain extent like a regular mortgage, right? So if you miss 3 payments, as a hard money loan lender,
I can take it.
I can take the property and put it on and go ahead and foreclose and get my fund. I don't have to follow the whole guidelines of the regular mortgage because these are private funds. However, hard money lenders, I would say this, just being an investor myself, we're more lenient. So if you facing a hard time, you can call us and be like, "Hey, I'm dealing with such and such and such," and we're gonna help you work around it because guess what? This is not no bank loan. This is our money.
Exactly.
This. So we come up with a solution to help you.
You're invested in their success also.
Yeah, so we want you to win. So if you face something, it's imperative that you reach out and handle it like an adult, and we'll come up with a solution to help you out. Now, if you don't handle it like a little adult, we got to come put on elbow grease and take our shit
take
back.
it to the streets.
Yeah, we got to take our stuff back.
That's when street money coming to
right. We got to put on the Balenciaga boots and we got to go take our stuff back.
Right.
And then actually sell it to make a profit and then pay your dues or whatever fees that you would have had tied to it. We don't like taking back properties. We like to try to work with a solution.
Because that ties up your money too long.
Yeah, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, they're not going to be lenient like us. Like they're not going to play with you. We will play with you. Like we will literally help you out, do what we can because we want you to win. So that's how
that's how we win. Make our money. We all eat together. Yeah. So moral of the story would be basically pay your taxes, use your money to invest properly, and don't splurge on unnecessary items, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Moving on, switching gears. How do you guys feel? See, this is why I need Candace because, it's so much testosterone in the room. It's like, I need that girl power, but I understand she couldn't be here. But with this question, how do you guys feel about dating or marrying someone that you're unequally yoked with financially? Do y'all believe in bossing up the person's life, letting them struggle?
It's fun. I love an uneven yoke.
But which way? In which direction?
Dating someone that not have the success. It's fun. Like, I like people.
But in which direction do you like it, you enjoy, or you're more comfortable with? Because it can go either way. She could, one person could have more money than the other person and vice versa. You could have more money than the other person, or they could have more money than you. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're, less... You're being overpowered by somebody that has more money than you? It's like a competition. Y'all compare.
I like dating. Like, I would date someone that got less money than me. Mm-hmm. But I would also date someone that has more money than me. I don't like to feel the smartest person in the room.
Right.
Like, I don't at all. And then I can say from experience, dating someone that has less funds than me, it's fun. Like, it's normal. I don't look at the money as an issue type of thing.
Right.
I look at it like, this is our stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I don't look at you not having... I don't look at you not having as an issue because I can't even tell you, like, when I'm dating somebody, I don't even think about the money. Like,
see, y'all are men, so it's like I can't get another side to the opinion because the topic. Because what you gonna say, Kevin? Down here, tap in. What you gonna say, Kevin?
I don't really think it's necessarily about the money thing. It's about what's the ambition that they have to change the situation. Because you may meet people in certain stages of their lives. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's not the individual for you. You may meet someone, down and out, but that same guy, a lot of women may not date a broke man, but a broke man become a rich man because of his ambition later down the line. And a lot of times I think society, we get so caught up on this thing as far as like money. We have this greed and love for money. It controls everything, and it's like that's not the end all.
Right, that's not the end goal.
Yeah. I would say this when it comes to money.
Right.
I love a green dollar bill. Mm-hmm. Now, I had this conversation with one of my close friends.
Do you enjoy attaining the money, or do you enjoy the actual money?
Both.
Okay.
I think you enjoy the attaining of that success. It's like a level of success.
Yeah. Right, accomplishment. Yeah.
You may not even use all, or you might not spend all the money.
Yeah, because I'm gonna give, like I said, I'm gonna give them. So my friends and stuff, a lot of them have my credit cards and they spend and stuff like this. I don't care. However, this
I don't have one.
we're gonna get you one. We're gonna have to get you added. So to me, I would say when people say, a lot of people would say, oh, money not everything. To me, money is everything.
Right.
Think about it like this. When you use those type of terms and say money not everything, or I don't like money not everything, if money is a living energy. So if you say, I don't like money, and then you say, oh, I got to pay this bill, I ain't got the money to pay this bill, that's why the money not coming, because you don't like it. If you tell a girl, I don't like you, she's not going to want to come around you. Right. Money is the same way. You got to attract it. So if you say, money ain't everything, shit, that money going to go.
It ain't going to come, right.
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you have to speak to your money. You have to speak affirmations over your life.
I'm a firm believer in affirmations and speaking things into existence and the power of the tongue. Like, I just don't speak certain things over myself. Like, he told me to say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not saying I'm sorry because I'm not sorry. I'm not a sorry individual. I may apologize, but ain't nothing about me sorry, so I'm not claiming it. You see what I mean? So I don't say it.
Yeah, because if you say money, when you say stuff like, oh, money not everything, or this and that, to each their own. I can't say that because I'm scared the money will go away and never come back.
Right.
I would say money doesn't define you.
Yeah, it don't.
Your wealth doesn't define who you are as an individual. So the term you're using as far as like that ambition.
Yeah.
If you have that ambition, you're gonna find a solution. You can make money doing anything.
Yeah.
You can make money. Once you have that ambition, you can make money doing literally anything. You have to be creative with your mind. That's the ambition part. What I do like about money, it gives you choice.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I think that's what a lot of people are big on, is the ability to have a choice, have a freedom when it comes to money.
Yep.
Having the ability to sit there and say, I can go and fly to Spain tomorrow because I have money. Mm-hmm. That money gives me that opportunity for choice.
And good money, like good money.
All money ain't good money.
Yeah, all money is not good money.
All money ain't good money.
And that's so important. And I tell people that all the time because you want money that you can go to sleep at night. You don't want to be looking over your shoulders.
Right.
You don't want to go. I had someone tell me one time, oh, you only make money when you close a deal. I'm like, okay, thank you. I didn't respond. Like, I'm a big investor here, so I didn't even have to responded, but however, I accept that too because I do make money when I close a deal.
However, that's not the only.
It's not the only way that I make money in real estate. So I love it when they close it in. I love working hard for my money.
So I was told that to become a millionaire, you have to be able to make money in your sleep. You can't make every dollar through your hand. That's why I was asking y'all earlier about how you felt about, becoming a millionaire working 9 to 5s. And then they also said that you need to have at least 7 streams of income in order to become a millionaire and sustain it. Mm-hmm. You believe that?
I think so. You have to have different ways of making money. Like I'm gonna just relate this to real estate, right? I'm gonna give you a couple pointers. As a real estate agent, you can broker loans,
right?
Hard money loans, not regular mortgages. So you a realtor, you're a loan broker for hard money or private funds. You're an investor. You're a flipper. Mm-hmm. You have a course. Mm-hmm. You could turn around and offer a rental location services.
Like Airbnb and rentals, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you can turn around and be a consultant. Coach. Mm-hmm. Those are 7 ways just off in one industry that you're already going to be doing the work.
And you can dominate. And you can dominate that. Yep, that makes sense. All right, so let me get to another messy question. This one for you, Prince. What agent between Atlanta and, because you're licensed, or you're a broker in Atlanta and in Beverly Hills. Mm-hmm. And, we see a lot of agents in both locations, on social media, TV, different things of that nature. So who would you say is really that bitch? And who would you say is really playing the role of that bitch? Yeah.
Me personally, my question today, y'all know I'm very authentic. Like I like to keep it so real.
Right. That's why I asked you, because I know
Me personally, I don't think when it comes from Beverly, me personally, and it's not me trying to toot my own horn, knocking my own door. When it comes down to an agent, I look at how are you revolving with the world, right? You just can't be, I'm a real estate agent, I'm going to list this house and it's going to sell itself.
Right.
Me personally, and we talked about this, I'm actually creating an AI robot, kind of like a plug-in that you can put in a house and it would manage your financials. You would program it to your bank account. It would manage your personal finances.
Right.
It would tell you when to, like an Alexa, it would tell you when is a great time to sell your home, how to sell your home, and you won't need an agent to assist you. And it will also take 3D pictures that you take with your phone, put it into a database, and you can use Metaverse to tour the property
right,
without having to knock on the door and say, hey, can I get an agent to show the property?
Right.
So if you want to see 123 Peachtree Street, you can put on your Metaverse glasses and actually tour 123 the street, and then you can make your offer through the software as well, or decide to sell your house through the software without having to use a real estate agent. So to answer your question,
are you telling me that you are really that bitch? Is that what you're saying?
I would take the award. Okay. I would take the award.
Okay, cool. That's what I was getting like. Okay,
but honestly, to double back, who is the worst agent? I don't think you have a worst agent in Atlanta. I think I respect every agent and everybody they're doing.
No. We're not doing that. We're not playing the safe road. No, you're not playing the safe road. I said, who would you say is really that bitch, what you said yourself, and who is just playing the role, whether it's Atlanta or Beverly Hills?
Everybody outside of street money is playing the role.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
that's still a safe question.
I think that's safe.
So if you ain't a part of street money, you ain't really in.
Yeah, if you ain't part of street money realty, you kind of like taking a L.
You taking an L.
And I would say the reason why we're more of a tech-based team.
Right.
Strategically smart. And when people see, street money, tell me what it's about. The name is a conversation piece alone.
Right.
And we got more younger people buying homes than any other team or agency out here, because when you talk real estate saying that I'm with whatever your name is, everybody's selling luxury home. Everybody want to go and talk elite.
Right.
You got YouTubers that just do YouTube, and they want to learn how to buy a house. And if you go in there and take this this long process to them. You lose them interest of buying a house. They're making millions in YouTube, and they're better pay $20,000 a month for a rental versus you breaking it down with street money. We give you 1, 2, 3. We make it so simplistic and so understanding that we make real estate actually fun. And to piggyback off that, if you look at everything, when you get in your car and you go through a neighborhood, even with this building costs money and it sits on the street. So don't refer to my house as can you sell my home? No, can you sell my asset? Because I don't live in a home. I live in a business that's operating, there's an investment. So refer to it as street money, because just like the money in your pocket money, it costs me money to put this house up here. And when people refer to your house, anything less than an asset or street money, it gives a devalue of your property. It devalues your property. So when you don't get those offer, that's not the offer that I want. Well, you check the agent, because you hired this agent who referred to your home as a house. And then you wonder why your offers on your property is low.
Because you should have came street money. Listen. All right, so guys, we're about to wrap it up, but I want to ask a few personal questions before we get out of here. All right? So both of you, what is your biggest or worst secret indulgence that you know you should cut off, but you can't? Come on now, we got 5 minutes. I need y'all to think. Come on, put tick, 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 tick.
You know what? That's difficult question. That's a hard question.
A secret indulgence. Like, it could be anything. You just don't want to say secret indulgence.
Mine is, no, that's hard because I can't cut it off.
That's what I said. It's something you can't cut out. You should, but you can't cut it off.
Next question.
No. Answer. Answer.
Absolutely not.
It could be something as simple as chocolate. It could be a certain food. It don't have to be nothing X-rated. See, your mind going left. Your mind went left. Your mind went... Okay, text. Bye. Next, Prince.
Mine is, I love content. I like watching OnlyFans.
Okay.
So I think I need to cut off my OnlyFans for like a month or 30 days. It's not my OnlyFans. I just like...
That's what I was going to ask you. I'm like, so you on OnlyFans? I didn't know that.
But I am getting an OnlyFans account, y'all. Street Money will have an OnlyFans.
Oh, Street Money.
We will talk real estate in our nightgown attire.
Okay. In terms of relationship, is it compromise or sacrifice?
That's hard for me because, when I'm in a relationship, I don't be liking people up under me all the time. Like, I like to be in a relationship, and then I like for you to just go out, have fun, But
you know how people say, oh, you got to compromise, but is it compromise or is it sacrifice?
I'm a loner.
In your relationships, Prince, do you feel like it's when you go above and beyond or do something that's not within your norm, do you feel like you're compromising or do you feel like you're sacrificing who you are for that person?
I would never... for anybody, sacrifice myself for them. I love myself.
So you've never found yourself going above and beyond to make somebody happy or to do certain things that you wouldn't normally do?
For like birthdays and special occasions, yeah, I'm cool with that. But before, just to try to make you to hold the relationship together, I'm so lonely. I'd be like, if this what you want, bye. Because I'm a Capricorn. I can love you for 10 years and act like you never existed the next day.
See, I'm done. Compromise or sacrifice? What do you feel?
Next question.
I'm so sick. You know what? Security? All right, last question. You have to answer this one. What is your dream vacation location and why? Yeah, it's one of those.
I would say my dream vacation is I want to tour Africa.
Nice. And why?
Because I just feel like to me it's a place where I would love to experience to just go tour different places.
Is it the jungles, the safaris, the people, the food,
the people and the
music?
Food, to me, I love the food.
Okay.
And the people.
Okay.
And I love to just be free. So
I heard they got markets out there.
Yeah. I like to tour. I'm a tour. I'm an explorer.
Yeah, we watched never mind. It's called, they had markets. And markets is where Okay.
What happened in the markets?
It goes down at the markets.
See, I like touring stuff like that. Like, you know, they got one here, like Tokyo, Valentino.
Oh, you know what? Downstairs? Right. I heard about it. Right.
I like the tour stuff. Like, I'll explore. Like, you can put me in the middle of nowhere, I'm going to figure it out.
Like you said, you want to be free. All right, what's your dream vacation and why?
Don't really have one.
Figure out one. Think. Because you've been skipping.
To go anywhere in the world, I have the access to do that at any given time. So that's attainable for me. So it's not necessarily a dream.
Okay, so what is the perfect vacation location and why?
I have no idea.
You know what?
You're just gonna put them on a boat and just let them go.
I'm just give me a boat.
Blindfold them and put them
on a boat. Let him go. Shit, wherever he land, he land.
Let me go.
Just put him on
hook him up with a blind date, so that'll be his vacation.
Bye. You can go. Listen, you are no. So you can't think of one location you want to go to. One and don't say Amsterdam.
You want to go to Amsterdam? I heard it was pretty cool. I've
been to Amsterdam a couple of times.
How did you like it?
It was cool.
What was your favorite part?
The canals, the boats and stuff like that.
Right, going towards the red light district. Okay, cool. Well, guys, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming, being a part of my first episode of Dream Beyond Dreams podcast. One of many to come. And thank you guys for tuning in. And if you want to get in touch with Street Money Realty, our Real Resolutions tax preparation, you can click the link in my bio, and I have access to both of them, as well as you have any information for funding. Just hit that link, and I got you guys. Thank you. Come again. Till next time.